Good afternoon, you're with Filter Kaapi. Horrific news coming in from Telangana where a suspected case of a serial killer has come to light. Joining me, Uma Sudhir of NDTV, who has been tracking that story here in Hyderabad. Uma, two bodies of girls discovered in an abandoned well within about 48 hours of each other?
Yeah, first Shravani was reported missing on Thursday in fact, and on Friday they found a bag and some liquor bottles. When they searched the area, it was late evening by the time they found Shravani's body inside an abandoned well in the outskirts of Hajipur village. This is in fact in Yadadri-Bhuvanagiri, a short distance from Hyderabad.
And Shravani is how many years old?
She is a 10th class student, okay. And she had in fact gone for special class to school. When she was returning, this is in the afternoon, that's when she didn't come home, and that's when her parents lodged this complaint. After this body was found, that time itself there is a lot of agitation among the locals that there is not adequate security for young girls. But within about 48 hours, the suspects that the police seem to have picked up have given them some leads, after which they went back to the same well and exhumed the body of another young girl. This is not even a body because it is only skeletal remains that they found, and they identified her with a bag that had books, that had an ID card and a bus pass that said she's Maneesha, a first year college student and perhaps belonging to the same area. They went back to that address where the parents were staying, and that's when they found out that this girl had been missing for more than 6 weeks now. Okay. And then
the police had a missing complaint about her.
The family unfortunately had not even complained to the police because there was some feeling that she may have gone away with someone, so they were looking for her, searching for her. Family honor is another thing that people talk about, and they did not lodge a complaint. But in the meanwhile, yesterday in fact, the family of a third girl came there, Kalpana, 11 years old. They had lodged a complaint that their daughter was missing in 2015, and they suspected that possibly there could be a link. And now, after the police picked up one man called Srinivas Reddy, who in fact owns the agricultural land on which this abandoned well is there, right. And he is said to have a criminal past. He was accused #1 in the case of murder of a sex worker in Kurnool and in Warangal. And this man taken into custody. Now they are in fact using him to try and locate Kalpana.
And the locals took the law into their own hands. They kind of damaged and vandalized his house there.
Absolutely, they were very, very angry. In fact, even the first day, their anger was against the police for not acting quickly enough. And then when they found out that it is possibly this man who has been luring the young girls and taking them away, they went berserk. They went to his home. They tried to set it on fire. They vandalized the home as well. And more important than all that, they're now questioning whether we need to send any girls to school at all if the police or the society is not able to provide protection to children like that.
And this man was there when the first body was discovered.
Really, I mean, can't get more cinematic than this. This man was there along with, he's Srinivas Reddy, about 30 years old, and he was there along with his father watching when they were trying to look for the body of Shravani, and they took out the body, and he must have been wondering, he must have known, if he is indeed the man who committed these crimes, that there was another body lying there. And then subsequently, because he had a criminal past, he was picked up, and that's what led to all this.
So almost like a mini Thari, if you remember that case which was unearthed on the outskirts of Delhi in Noida a few years ago. So the last point, Uma, also that the talk of the whole registry of sexual offenders, obviously the case gets more stronger, that kind of a registry is very much required.
Very much so, because this man had a criminal past. He's an accused in a sexual assault and murder case, very similar to what has happened to these young girls. And if the locals had known that he has a criminal past, then they would not have let him anywhere near their children. We are told that he would go to social function, he would play cricket with the youngsters there and move around with them, befriend them. In fact, he may have offered a lift to these girls, and that's when he took them to this well, pushed them inside and possibly sexually assaulted them and covered them up so that their bodies are never found.
Right. So quite a horrific story coming here from Telangana. We'll continue to keep track of what happens in the story, the police investigation, and how civil society in that part of Telangana actually reacts to the developments in this particular case. Thanks for watching Filter Kaapi.